Hi YouTube, Happy New Year. I'm finally getting around to posting a video about a product that I've been testing out and not testing out, I'm using it. It was never sent to me for free. I shouldn't have used the word testing out. Testing out implies that someone has asked me to try it, and that's not the case because it is a product by Deciem and they don't know I exist. Except that I made a purchase, so they do know I exist in their records, but they don't know I make videos. Okay, so this is the Deciem's NIOD brand, and this is the Survival Zero. Okay, so it comes in a box like this. If you slide it open, I have been using this, but I still like to keep things in the box that they came in because it gives me like added protection from light so that the product is like protected. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna pump out just a bit and show you that the texture is like really watery. It does not feel heavy, or it does not, on my skin tone, it does not leave any kind of I'm wearing makeup, so I'm not gonna put this on my face, but I will show you a morning routine that incorporates this and show you how it sits under sunscreens, but that will be in another video. Okay, so, and I like to turn it back to the closed sign so that I don't accidentally press it. So that is the texture. It's very lightweight, it's very watery, it sinks into the skin upon application. It doesn't necessarily give a matte finish, but it's very close to a matte finish. It feels very comfortable on the skin, moisturizing on the skin. It doesn't feel drying. In terms of who can use this, I think the people who will see the most amount of benefit are people with oily skin, but as a person with dry, sensitive skin, this felt completely comfortable. Obviously, you cannot use this product alone. You have to use it with a sunscreen, or if you're using this at night, you should use this with a moisturizer so that you are doing everything in your ability to protect your skin and enhance the skin barrier. All right, so I purchased this product in November 2021 during their Slowvember sale, and it is $25 minus the 23%, so I think it was around $20 plus tax. I think those sales are such a great opportunity for people to try out different products that maybe they couldn't afford. Like, I think $25 for this product is a lot because I use this like for 1 week, and then the other week I use this a few times a week just because I don't want to run out of it. $25 is a lot of money for me. And if I use this every single morning, my estimate is that I will run out in like 2 months. If I use this every single day in the morning and at night, I'm gonna run out in a month because it's just like, yeah, I mean, there's just not enough. Like, I use one whole pump for my face in the mornings. Now, I want to talk about a few ingredients in this product. Now, this is a serum that contains an arsenal of antioxidants. It has pycnogenol, it has fractionated melanin, even though it's not really an antioxidant. It has superoxide dismutase. It has dimethyl methoxychromanol. It has purified lutein, and it has tomato carotenoid complex. And I want to talk about each of these. There are other compounds. I just think that these ones were the only ones that I could find some evidence. Now all of these ingredients don't have the full like range of studies that you would want to support that. Yes, these ingredients work on human skin in protecting the skin from UV damage. There's just not consistent study in each of these individual ingredients, but theoretically This is a very well thought out product. It has UV protection from reactive oxygen species. It has UV protection, it has protection from reactive nitrogen species, which I think is like something that you cannot get just with superoxide dismutase or just with EUK or vitamin C or vitamin E alone or resveratrol. So it does have it does protect your skin from different processes that cause DNA damage and increase aging, but there is no single study that says that all of these ingredients work towards it. Now, the ingredients that I want to talk about, firstly, let's talk about yeast-derived superoxide dismutase. It is also called biocell superoxide dismutase. It is a great enzymatic defense compound that is like it regenerates with the help of the catalase enzyme. So you, upon application over time, it doesn't just get oxidized and that's it. Like it continues to reduce free radicals that are formed when the skin is exposed to UV light. So I think that's great. That is one ingredient that you already have. It has dimethyl methoxychromanol. The unique thing about this compound is that it not only prevents free radical oxygen species, reactive oxygen species, but it also protects the skin from reactive nitrogen species. Now, a lot of times people say, oh, antioxidants are great at scavenging free radicals, and that's it, but they don't talk about the type of free radicals. There are 3 different types of free radicals that cause damage to our skin. There is reactive oxygen species, there's reactive carbonyl species, and reactive nitrogen species. This one, dimethyl methoxychromanol, protects from reactive nitrogen species, which I think is so unique. I have not seen that to be true for other antioxidant products out there. This ingredient is not unique to this product. There are other companies that use dimethyl methoxychromanol. However, I don't think they have superoxide dismutase, beta carotene, and pycnogenol in it. Like, this is very like one of a kind type of products. Now, I could not find a whole lot of studies for pycnogenol except for pycnogenol in treating melasma when it's taken orally. Not a lot of studies talking about pycnogenol extensively the way I found studies about superoxide dismutase. Superoxide dismutase is the most like studied among the different ones that are available in this product. I think that in my experience, I know pycnogenol, when topically applied, has really benefited the skin brightness and the hyperpigmentation issue that I could like consistently have. It's definitely alleviated some of those symptoms, but it's not fully healed. And I know that right now you can't really tell, but that's because I'm wearing foundation. But I still have hyperpigmentation around my mouth. I'm wearing foundation, and I don't know if you can tell, but this foundation is a little bit too dark for me in the winter time, but I'm honestly okay with that. All right, next I want to talk about purified lutein. Now, this is obtained from marigold flowers, and honestly, a lot of studies that talk about lutein, or if I hope I'm saying it right, when it's ingested orally, but not enough that talk about lutein's like impact on the skin when applied topically. There's very few. But overall, what I guess I'm trying to talk about, what I want to convey is that antioxidants in combination with sunscreens can protect your skin much more than sunscreens alone. And sunscreens are a fantastic way of protecting your skin from the harsh damage of sunlight. But with the help of antioxidants, there has been reports that show that the intensity of hyperpigmentation, the intensity of dark spots is lessened with continuous and consistent use of antioxidants. Antioxidants protect the skin from collagen damage that happens in the deeper layers of the skin. Now, a lot of times the main damage that UV light does is not so much on the epidermis but in the dermis level. In terms of how well this goes into the dermis, I don't know. I don't even know if it's important that these ingredients go into the dermis, because what it basically needs to do is protect, like while it's on top of our skin, it needs to protect the skin from the light going into the deeper layers. It doesn't need to go into our skin to protect the dermis. It can protect the dermis from outside by scavenging the free radicals. There are a few cons, and those few cons would be, I guess my main one is that it's expensive. The other con that I would like to discuss is the stability of these antioxidants. I don't think all antioxidants are unstable in the water form, but I'm kind of curious if it helps to have multiple antioxidants, because when one is like running out, the other one can come in defense, or it like allows the antioxidants to be recyclable in the presence of others. I'm not sure of the chemistry with all of these ingredients together, because the papers that I've read talk about one individual ingredient, or that individual ingredient with another antioxidant that's not present in this particular formulation. Purified lutein, which is the marigold extract that's present in this formulation, is a lipid-soluble antioxidant that I'm not sure if this is in a formulation that can deliver lutein to the skin and actually act as an antioxidant, because it feels like this product is very watery, but that doesn't mean there's no like lipids in this formulation. I just hope that, and maybe that's asking for a lot for a product that is $25, I just hope that everything that's in it works to protect the skin. There is evidence that each of these individual antioxidants help with skin protection, but it's hard to say whether this particular formulation helps in protecting your skin from UV damage, collagen degradation, pigmentation issues, elasticity issues, photoaging, basically. It's hard to say, and that is true for any over-the-counter and cosmetic product out there. If you're someone like me who doesn't want to spend a lot of money on using antioxidants, then I suggest that the best ones you can do that are cost effective, EUK and pycnogenol. These two together are amazing. They will last you a really long time. Because it's in a propanediol base, it does feel a bit more heavy compared to this one, so the Survival Zero. But in terms of the effect, I would say it's comparable. Oh, I didn't even talk about the impact. Okay, in terms of what I've noticed from using Survival Zero is that it sits very elegantly on the skin, does not feel oily or greasy. This does not feel heavy on the skin, these two, but they do feel a bit more oily in the sense that they are propanediol based products. These are not water based products. I can't say that I've noticed a huge difference in using these two together and this alone. Cosmetically, this feels nicer because like it's just water-based, it absorbs into the skin. But in terms of relief from redness, it was very comparable. I did not notice any difference. With my untrained eyes, I couldn't tell a difference between these two and this. If you, for any particular reason, you don't like EUK, and I can't imagine why, because it's so great for people with minimalistic skincare routines, for guys, girls out there with sensitive skin. If for some reason you don't want to, because the problem with EUK is you can't use too many things with it. So if you want to incorporate other ingredients, products and ingredients into your morning or your night routine, and you still want to get antioxidant protection, then you could use resveratrol and ferulic acid with pycnogenol. The reason why I like to put pycnogenol into everything is because pycnogenol is sort of expensive. But when you use a little bit at a time with other antioxidants, it can add just that extra peace of mind of like, yeah, I'm getting protection. It's right now it's all in my head because there's just not a lot of papers out there that talk about pycnogenol. But I think just these three products, the EUK 134, pycnogenol, and resveratrol, like this alternating with this is like more than enough of a sun protection for me. I also, okay, so my phone is propped up on this, so I'm just gonna move it. This, I love it. This is superoxide dismutase, also by NIOD, and this is also yeast-derived superoxide dismutase. One important, and maybe I should talk about this in a different video, but superoxide dismutase, which is like the ingredient name is BioCell superoxide dismutase, alone versus green tea extract versus tocopherol versus vitamin C alone is significantly more potent in protecting the skin than those other ingredients. And so I feel very good in my head thinking that, wow, I'm getting really good sun protection. So yeah, I feel great. In terms of how, like, I can't give solid like proof unless there's other people doing research, because I'm not doing research in this field. So unless a study comes out, I can only say this is all in my head because this is very theoretical. But okay, so I recommend this for people with oily skin, dry skin, acne prone skin. This is fragrance free. If you care about cruelty, this is cruelty free. I love the packaging. I love the pump. I love how well it sits under sunscreen, under makeup. I think I have another bottle of this, so I have another one. So I will repurchase it because it's nice to incorporate different antioxidants into the skincare routine, but I won't be using this alone. It's just not cost effective for me, but there's nothing wrong with using this alone. If your budget permits it, go ahead and use this alone. The other thing I want to say is the improvement in hyperpigmentation, the improvement in collagen and wrinkle prevention, all of those things only last and only work as long as you're using antioxidants. The day you stop using antioxidants, or it's been a couple months since you've used antioxidants, you're not going to see the benefits of antioxidants. Also, the immediate effect that I saw is improvement in redness. And I noticed the improvement in redness and the decrease in inflammation and redness from using superoxide dismutase NIOD spray, and also using EUK 134, and also using pycnogenol, and using resveratrol with ferulic acid. So it's not exclusively this product is the only thing that helped me with redness kind of thing. And that's the most immediate thing you can notice. You can't notice improvement in your elasticity if you're in your 20s and you have a balanced diet and you haven't had much sun exposure, because we just don't get enough sunlight here in Southern Ontario, quite honestly. And I'm mostly cooped up indoors because of my work and because the weather is not so great. Yeah, so in terms of fine lines reduction and elasticity and prevention of collagen degradation, no one can see an improvement just on their own. It takes a long time to see those improvements. If I don't use this, I don't want to go into my 50s and wonder how I could have saved my skin. So what I can do right now is use antioxidants. So I look less tired and I look less oxidized when I get to my 50s. I don't know. That's all my video for today. I hope you've enjoyed this. It would mean so much for me if you subscribe to my channel, if you write a comment, leave a question, and tell me what else you want to see from The Ordinary, from NIOD, from Deciem. The next thing I'm going to film is actually a video of my morning routine using superoxide dismutase, so stay tuned for that. And then I want to talk about resveratrol 3% with ferulic acid. I also really like that antioxidant. But low-key, I can't wait to go back to this. UK134 pycnogenol is just such a great antioxidant combination that doesn't break the bank and still gives you very, very strong sun protection and antioxidant protection when used with sunscreens. You can use this at night, by the way. I have used this at night on the days I don't use tretinoin because the peeling and the skin issue that I've started to have around my mouth has not subsided fast enough, so I've had to slow down on my tretinoin use. Feels really good. Yeah, there's really no cons. Really, really no big cons except for the cost. That's all my video for today. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.